And thank you. A Noblesville home improvement contractor is facing new accusations tonight of taking money from customers and not finishing the work. WRTV Investigates Kara Kenny has been following complaints against Mark Sellers for the past 3 years. Now an active duty military family in Hendricks County says they want to spread the word after they too hired the contractor.
Sarah Cunningham struggles to look at the eyesore in her backyard, an unfinished deck, untouched for 3 months.
Like most people come, they're like, what are you doing over here? Like, I know, no one knows.
Sarah lives in Pittsburgh with her 6 children. Her husband, Danny, is active duty military. Before Danny deployed to Kuwait in mid-November, they wanted to create an addition on their home and needed a contractor to build a deck and stairs. Danny joined us by video from Kuwait and told us he found a contractor on Craigslist.
He sent me emails with Mark Fireman, and so I thought his last name was Mark Fireman the whole time.
Danny did some internet searches with that name, Mark Fireman.
Not really much came up.
The Cunninghams say Mark insisted on $3,000 cash to start.
Just to keep the project going, more supplies, lumber's expensive. And so, you know, we always want to be fair to people.
The couple says they paid him more cash, but as the project dragged on, Mark asked for more money, so they decided to write $2,500 in checks instead, so their bank would have a record.
When was the last time he was here?
November 3rd. And I know that specifically because we wrote him a check on November 3rd.
Once they started writing checks, they learned Mark Fireman was actually Mark Sellers.
Is this the guy that was at your house?
Yes, that's Mark.
We first told you about Noblesville contractor Mark Sellers in May 2018 after numerous consumers said they paid Sellers, but he didn't finish the job. WRTV Investigates found mounting civil judgments in Indiana dating back to 2014, totaling more than $110,000. He also has an F rating with the Better Business Bureau.
Mark, Kara Kenny with WRTV. We want to talk to you about your business practices, sir. There's a lot of people that say you owe them money. Are you taking people's money and not doing the work promised?
No.
The Indiana Attorney General's office filed a lawsuit against Sellers, and in 2019, a court issued this order for Sellers to follow the Indiana Home Improvement Contracts Act and complete the work as agreed. We caught up with Sellers again in 2019 when prosecutors in Hancock County charged him with home improvement fraud.
Mark, are you still doing work as a contractor?
What's that?
Are you still doing work as a contractor?
I work for other companies.
Are you going to pay people back?
In February 2020, Sellers reached a pretrial diversion agreement in that Hancock County case in which he agreed to pay the homeowner $4,000 and agreed not to commit any criminal offenses for 1 year.
I'm guessing you had no idea.
No idea.
The Cunninghams filed a report with the Hendricks County Sheriff's Office, who is looking into the matter.
He took advantage of the fact that he knew my husband was deploying. We signed up to serve our country, and that's just the job. And I don't need recognition for that, but it would just be nice if people were just kind.
The Cunninghams say they initially had a hard time getting Sellers to respond to messages and come finish the job. But now that they know Sellers passed, the Cunninghams don't want Sellers back on their property. They say they paid him a total of $6,500. They're asking the contractor to refund half the money for the unfinished work.
We actually had to pay someone to come back out and clean up the debris and the trash he left because we have a lot of kids and we can't have that sitting outside.
It's been a hassle for Danny to help sort out this situation while serving overseas.
That really makes it especially difficult to get anything done.
WRTV Investigates tried to reach Mark Sellers via phone and email, and we are still waiting to hear back. The Cunninghams hope their story will help other families who are looking to hire a contractor.
We kind of felt, I guess, stupid, just well, if we had just done a little bit more legwork on this guy, like we could have avoided this whole situation. And so that burden like falls on us a little bit.
Before you hire a contractor, go to mycase.in.gov and see if the person has any criminal or civil cases against them. Consider it a red flag if the person asks you to pay with cash only. Pay with a credit card if you can. It offers a lot more protection than cash or a check. Working for you, Kara Kenny, WRTV.
Hancock County prosecutors are now moving forward with prosecuting Mark Sellers for home improvement fraud. They say he violated the pretrial diversion agreement not to commit any criminal offenses for a year. Well, Sellers was arrested for drunk driving back in November. We also reached out to the Attorney General's office to see if Sellers could be in violation of a 2019 court order, and the AG's office says they do not comment on pending litigation. The Cunninghams say since WRTV Investigates started asking questions, an attorney reached out on behalf of Sellers offering $2,000 if they agree not to pursue any legal action. No agreement has been reached, though, as of tonight.